second match of Hong Kong versus Japan in the women's semifinals. You're looking at the number 2 player right now, Jiang Hua-jun from Hong Kong. You can see she played the World Championships and in many competitions recent years has made it to the round of 16. Versus the Japan number 1, the top seed, Kasumi Ishikawa, 21-year-old world ranked number 9. Last night had a dramatic win in the 5th game of the 5th match over Britt Erland of the Netherlands. Wow, that was tough to say. Tears were running down the faces of everybody in the arena, the entire team. We'll be seeing some outstanding footage in replay from that. But Kasumi Ishikawa is definitely a crowd favorite here, and sort of the pride of the nation at the moment.
She's only 21 years of age, Ishikawa, but she's been in the top 10 of the world for 2 or 3 years. Very popular player on the circuit. Great to watch. Jiang Hua-jun, a little bit older, 29 years of age, ranked 17 in the world. These two have only met once. It's hard to believe, both coming from Asia, but they've only met once, I should say. And on that occasion, it was Jiang Hua-jun who was the winner. So, Ishikawa, while she's ranked some 8 places on the ITTF World Ranking List higher than Jiang, the track record favours the young lady on screen.
And don't forget, you can send us your questions on Twitter. We look forward to answering them. We've got a lot of great questions because all of our fans are table tennis whizzes. No matter what your question is, we'll be happy to take it at ITTF World or hashtag #TTokyo2014. Game 1, Ishikawa to serve. Nice top spin right to the middle of the table, and Jiang pops it up.
Long, fast serve, first serve, good tactics. You're just checking the lighting. Nothing worse than looking up into the lights to dazzle you when you do a high toss serve.
And what a shot right down the line. You could see Jiang Hua-jun just keeping the open face of the racket, playing the short side of the table on that forehand. As soon as she saw Ishikawa start to make the move around the corner, she exploited the open court. Beautiful decision. And even with the spinny backhand to open up the point, Ishikawa was game and stayed on top of it and put even more pace and spin on the ball. Look at that wrist action from Jiang. Just tucks in, quick snap through the ball, and she's still focused, very compact stroke, ready for the next shot to come back. It's a fast-paced game in the women's semifinals.
Good return of serve, pushed it out deep and wide. Ishikawa's forehand, and took her on with the backhand. Ball comes through very flat off the backhand side from Jiang, playing with a short pimple. And then the reverse on the forehand where it comes through very spinny. There's the spin. Got a great counter top spin from Ishikawa.
And you can see she leads her on here with the wide kicking serve out to the forehand. And Jiang is back from the table already for the 3rd ball attack. But not enough to play defense against Ishikawa's forehand rip. Tied up at 3 points apiece. Jiang has the serve.
Again, that little bit of top spin from Ishikawa. Brushing up the back of the ball, a little bit of wrist action.
And not a bad idea on the serve, just a little bit slower than she had hoped for that fast serve into the body. Look at all that control with the backhand, moving it around wide, middle, backhand, forehand. The backhand is very strong right now on that block and putting a lot of pressure. It's like a punch block. Great pace, right off the bounce for great angle as well.
Making a few mistakes on the forehand, Jiang. course, with the reverse rubber, just that little bit harder to control the ball. Very good for generating spin, not quite as good for hitting through it. The short pimples on the backhand, of course, ideal for hitting through spin, sending the ball back very flat.
Looks like a lucky break there. The service popped up a bit, but it was deep on the table. It was with the short pips. Ishikawa taking a moment to think about what happened there, but not spending too much time dwelling in it, just moving forward to prepare for the next point.
Oh,
wow.
The returner serve, she didn't read the spin, it popped up. Jiang very quickly pounced on the opportunity. Just watch that again, up in the air a fraction too high, and she pays the penalty. She couldn't even quite catch it either. It was that quick.
And who would have guessed, forehand to forehand, Zhang prevailing after several forehand counterattacks. Stepping around a step or two off the table. Really impressive play.
Good spins by Ishikawa. Keeping it deep into the backhand of Jiang, eventually forcing the block off the end of the table.
And a very interesting service choice, the topspin and the receive. Rather than attacking it, she swiped it deep on the table for an underspin shot. That time she switched it up instead of topspin, a little bit of backspin, and the receive goes right into the net. It's tied up. The 2-point lead from Zhang is no more.
Ooh. 8-7. Net cord, and then it just dropped off the side of the table. Gives Jiang 8-7 lead. She's got one more serve to come in this sequence of two. Here it comes. Heavy backspin on the serve. Ishikawa pushes in the net. Ishikawa has to take these 2 points with the serve. Otherwise, she'll be facing two game points and facing the serve.
What a funky ball off those short pips. She comes in on 1 foot, gets the ball up high, puts some pace on it right over the table. Very tough ball. Ishikawa does not make it. It is 3 game points for Zhang, the underdog, to go up 1-0. Great fight by the hometown favorite Ishikawa. Saves 1 game point. Zhang has the serve and 2 game points left. The last serve was heavy underspin.
Jiang
Won the
will be
point
happy.
outright.
Jiang will be happy with those last 2 points to take one of them. She's now got, as you mentioned, Adam, 2 game points, but she's also got the serve. There it is, the first time of asking. The backhand topspin down the line, good use of the wrist. It's a little bit harder with the short pimples to make that shot, but she did it well, and she takes the first game 11-8.
And we're back for game 2 as Ishikawa is trailing 0 games to 1 against Zhang Huajun. Hong Kong up 1-0 against Japan. This is an important one for Japan to take. What a flip over the table with the inverted rubber. Jiang Hua-jun showing great versatility this game.
I think in Jiang Hua-jun's repertoire, she has problems against the defensive players. She had a good win yesterday, but it was juicing the 12-10 in the fifth against the German defensive player. So she struggles a little bit against defense, and she struggles against people who've got a very strong topspin because they penetrate her blocking. But in fairness, even though Kasumi Ishikawa is top 10 in the world and has been for some time, she hasn't quite got that rocket forehand topspin, and it's probably a good style for Jiang to play against. This is a tough match for Ishikawa, but one thing for sure, the young Japanese player will give it 100%. There she is. Totally concentrated.
Excellent placement and pressure from Ishikawa. Wide at first. First attack to the backhand. Right there, just finishes the point. Great opening, nice 1-2 combo. And this loop is a little spinnier and deeper on the table, making it tough for Jiang to use the pips to just flat hit it back.
Good backhand down the line. It's always that little bit more awkward when it's coming off one side of the bat with spin, one side of the bat flat. Of course, Ishikawa's world class, she can adapt, but nevertheless, it's a factor to take into account.
Outstanding rally, as fast as pace can be, both sides. You can see Jiang turning backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Looks like a drill, but it's just hyperdrive mode. Very nice push out wide to the forehand to start the rally for Ishikawa. Jiang making it tough, stretching out wide on the forehand side and bringing it back with a lot of pace. Trying to stay loose. You can see her twisting the waist, getting ready.
Again, it's that push into the backhand. Previous rally, it was the push out wide to the forehand. This is the push, this time push into the backhand, forcing Jiang to lift. And she lifts a little bit too much. A very useful 3-point lead now for Kasumi Ishikawa.
6-4.
This time, Jiang making the backhand down the line. And indeed winning the point. 6-4 now in favour of Japan. But I hate to say it, but I think this is a must-win game for Ishikawa.
Absolutely done.
She goes 2-0 down. It's going to be tough. It's tough now, but... Oh, great backhand down the line. The two extreme angles down the line. And then took it early, out wide to the forehand. Look at that.
Nice follow-up to a fast-kicking serve into the body. Just clipping the net and off the edge of the table, not able to touch. Still up by 2, Jiang has the serve.
I thought there she just let the ball drop a fraction too long.
I think you're right, Don. Quick feet in this is going to be really important for setting up the shot that she needs. And the fighter is coming alive. She's got her 3-point lead back against Zhang's serve. We've seen some heavy underspin from Zhang in the past that was very effective. See what she pulls out for this important second serve.
Oh, the backhand push with side spin from Jiang Hua-yun. Appreciated by her bench, Li Qing, the coach. 8-6 now, Ishikawa, 2 serves to come.
Again, the fast serve into the body, deep with topspin, inviting the rally right away and then playing the angles. Ishikawa's got a nice plan going for her. The 1-2 combo's been very effective. This point could give her 4 game points.
It does. She spun it up with the backhand, invited the counter topspin from Jiang. Just caught the top of the net, the Jiang forehand topspin off the end of the table. 4 game points to Ishikawa.
7-10.
Well-placed service there. The second bounce was on or around the baseline. Ishikawa hesitated. 1 game point save. 3 remain.
Bit of fortune off the top of the net for Zhang. 2 game points have gone away now. Ishikawa has the serve with her last 2 game points. The fast one into the backhand with topspin has served very effective for her the last 2 times she's used it. Gets it with the half-long serve to the forehand. Beautiful follow-up and puts a game on the board. It's 19 points apiece, 1 game each for Zhang Hua-jun versus Kasumi Ishikawa. Hong Kong versus Japan, game 3. Back in a moment.
Third game, Japan to serve. Love all.
And as the players come back to the table, you could hear the crowd chanting and the announcer for Kasumi Ishikawa. Tied up at 1-all, game 3. Excellent receive, very soft short to the forehand. Kasumi leaves open the backhand side of the table, but the pips punch just sails long.
Good flat hit down the line from Jiang Hua-yun. 1 game apiece, 1 point apiece in the 3rd game. I have to say, I think this is still anybody's match.
2-1.
Well, it's definitely as close to even as it can be. 1 game apiece, world rankings difference. Zhang leading 2 points to 1.
Good topspin out wide to Ishikawa's forehand.
And the serve set her up for a nice close to the table attack where she could really control the angle and keep the shot unpredictable. If Ishikawa can keep the ball deep on the table, she'll have a little easier time with that 3rd ball attack. Unbelievable points. Wide out to the forehand, sending Zhang running just to reach the ball. Right behind her. Little luck off the top of the net. The ball drops. Good recovery from Ishikawa. There's the net again. 2nd net for her that point. And Zhang playing the angles again, right on top of every ball, just pouncing all over it with those backhand short pips.
I think that sums up the situation for Ishikawa. That first strong topspin, often Zhang's able to get in with the block. If that topspin was a bit stronger, I don't say like the Chinese, but I'm afraid that's the case. When their topspins are just that little bit quicker, they penetrate Zhang while young. Ishikawa has to work that little bit harder.
5-2.
If she could just hit that forehand topspin with a bit more power, I think it would make all the difference to a game. Still an unbelievable player, top 10 in the world, has been for the last 2-3 years. But if I was being really critical, just a little bit more power on the forehand would be very useful.
And that was perfect placement by Ishikawa, right into the body, forcing a little hesitation out of Zhang. See that ball? Gets there late, opens up the forehand. She was set a little bit on the backhand block, which she definitely favors. Fortune from the top of the net comes back to Zhang.
Ishikawa takes that very philosophically, nods her head. Nothing you can do about it, you just focus on the next point. Good topspin from Zhang. It's awkward when she opens up on the backhand with the short pips, it comes through with very little topspin. Then she opens up on the forehand, a little bit of wrist, a lot more topspin. And all the time the player's having to alter the angle. Ishikawa just making a few errors. 7-3 for Hong Kong.
Outstanding following of the ball and spin from Ishikawa. You can see with the short pips that Zhang is just taking all the spin off it and punching it back. It comes floating. Very unusual ball, but Ishikawa had no problem taking control of the spin once again. Zhang with the nice wide touch of the over-the-table shot out to the forehand. But Ishikawa anticipates this, gets to it quickly, and strong spin from the forehand corner deep into the backhand.
The ball just kicked there, hit the top edge of the bat, flew up into the air. Two excellent forehands from Ishikawa. Again, it's that slow, spinny forehand topspin from Zhang. A little bit of wrist, brushes up the back of the ball. Hong Kong bench showing their appreciation. 3-point lead as we move towards the business end of this third game. Zhang with a very useful 3-point lead.
Nice deception on the serve. Ishikawa contacting the side and pulling up just a little to give it the topspin she needs to get the third ball. And right into the elbow, you can see Zhang trying to get out of the way for that shot, just trying to move her arm around. Not sure what to do, not a lot of time to react. Zhang now with the serve, 8-6. A nice placement by Zhang right into the body, forcing Ishikawa to back up and get out of the way, taking a slower, spinnier forehand. And the serve floats a little long. Ishikawa's got to be ready for that ball to take advantage of it. And it catches the edge of her racket, and now it's 4 game points against her. Ishikawa serving down 6-10.
Oh dear.
11-6.
Not the first time we've seen that happen today in this overall matchup, but she serves away the game, and Zhang now leads for Hong Kong up 2-1.
Fourth game, Hong Kong to serve, love all.
And so the fourth game, it's Hong Kong to serve. Jiang Hua-yun leading by 2-1. She needs to win one of the next two. Kasumi Ishikawa needs to win them both. A little bit of pressure now on the Japanese #1 player. She's ranked 9 in the world, despite being only 21 years of age. And the shoelace of Jiang Hua-yun, just coming undone, has made the necessary adjustments, and we're ready to go.
The push receive was a little bit high, a little deep on the table as well. We've seen Zhang take advantage of that and rip it for a winner before.
Again, I just feel that when it's the combination of the reverse rubber giving that little bit of extra spin, the short pimple sending it through flat, Ishikawa just having a few problems adapting.
Very difficult to play against. Every shot having to change your stroke, sometimes lifting a little more, sometimes staying on top of the ball. And what a punch backhand. That's the short pips we've seen from Zhang that started game one so strong.
It's a great angle. Ishikawa caught square to the table, stretching on her forehand. Very clever tactical play by Jiang.
Nice pace there from Ishikawa. Zhang not lifting the ball enough to get it over the net. Little flat shot from Ishikawa.
Again, it's those short pimples, punching it on the diagonal. Ishikawa, firstly, she has to move quickly. Secondly, when she gets there, she has to lift. And on that occasion, she lifts a little bit too much, caught square to the table as well. Tactically, certainly, it's Jiang Hua-yun who is holding all the aces at the moment. She is, of course, playing a player 8 places above her on the world ranking list, but at the moment, she's in a good position, leading 2-1, and it's 3 points each in the fourth game.
Again, that deceptive serve, extra topspin, Zhang outright missing the receive. Zhang now has a serve, trailing by 2 in game 4.
Oh, she got underneath the ball there. She had to get over the top of it, lifts it off the end of the table.
That's a shot we have not seen Zhang missing a lot this match. Up near the net, she's been strong with the forehand. Service placement was great. You can see the hesitation from Ishikawa. Ends up going defensively. And once again, the attack is falling apart a little bit for Zhang.
I agree, a few unforced errors, and all of a sudden we have Ishikawa with a 7-3 lead.
And the attack was back for 3 shots in a row, real quick in that point. Best point we've seen played from Jiang Hua-yun in a long time. Very fast action, challenging Ishikawa at a game she's used to, close near the table. important point. Clutch. Instead of 7-5, it is 8-4 for Ishikawa. Zhang is going to have a lot to think about between games if this goes to a game 5. Going to be some deep conversation with the coach.
Ishikawa did well there when she was stretching on the forehand. She's playing the short pimples better. She's lifting it up. She managed to get that one with spin deep. Won the point.
5-8.
So tricky to read when someone tucks like that with the short pips. Uses the wrist. Looks like there's a lot of spin on it, but sure enough, the short pips keep it pretty flat.
Good placement there from Jiang Hua-yun down the line. Ishikawa thought it was coming on the diagonal. See on the replay, she was getting ready to play the forehand, but she needs to compose herself. She's 8-6 in the lead. She has her 2 serves to come now. 2 big points for Japan.
This time she decides to take the spin off the ball to a flat shot with the backhand. The last 2 points she won, she made the spin wristy shot with light spin because of the short pips, and the punch this time failed her. Now Ishikawa has a 9-6 lead.
Oh, Jiang overhitting the forehand. Good control from Ishikawa. As you can see there, Jiang not quite getting the correct angle with the racket. It's 4 game points to level this second match at 2 games apiece.
First opportunity gone. The expression on Ishikawa's face was a quick one of surprise, but now she's back in thought mode, and you can see she's got a plan. She's definitely a warrior, a fighter, comeback king, comeback queen.
Just going for too wide an angle. The tactics were good from Ishikawa. She's looking to be positive.
You have to wonder about timeouts.
Maybe if she loses this point.
She's lost 2 of her game points from 10-6 already, and this is clutch. After the fast serve deep into the backhand with topspin, she starts the rally. It's been an effective serve when it's wide to the forehand.
I thought we'd have had a timeout there. This is absolutely pivotal point. Ishikawa has to win this second game to take it to a 5th and final. She's done it!
Clutch backhand spun deep cross court, and we are going to see an amazing game 5 in this match. Crucial game coming up as Japan trails 0 games, 0 matches to 1. Game 5 coming up. And we're back for the deciding game of this match.
Level.
Kasumi Ishikawa serving, Jiang Hua-jun receiving. Big match for Japan. And she gets the point with the fast, deep serve into the body of Jiang. At 10-8, the serve did not work. Working hard, stepping around for that big forehand on the forehand corner, takes the first point.
was that flat hit with the short pimples down the line. Kasumi Ishikawa knew what she had to do. She knew she had to lift, but it's awkward when the variation in spin is so much, and she just lifted a little bit too much. 1 point each. Jiang Hua-yun now with her 2 serves. Oh, that's playing the angles superbly. See here on the replay, that's pretty wide to the forehand, and watch where the next one goes. Out wide and out wide again, the 2 corners of the table. Super play, 2-1 for Hong Kong.
Service length was just right. Ishikawa, you could see, was left with nothing great to do, but the backhand punch didn't land this time. Credit to Ishikawa for keeping it low, even though it was a defensive shot from the back end of the table. 2 points apiece in game 5. And the spin right into the body, right on the elbow. Zhang has nothing to do. Great placement. Look at Ishikawa's loop. Tried to stay on top of it with the backhand. A little extra spin there. Ishikawa's game plan going well.
Oh, wonderful play by Jiang Hua-yun. Played the angles well, recovered from a net cord there. She adapted well. And how about that for an angle? That is right on the white line. Perfect placement, good punch. Short pips as well, hitting straight through the ball. This is 2 games apiece.
Don, every single shot in that rally was something different.
Absolutely, 3 points each as well. So, wonderful play.
And the backhand opener, some extra spin from Ishikawa. Moving it a little more to the forehand side this time. Zhang jumping over, trying to stay on top of the ball. Psychologically, if Ishikawa wins this point, we're switching sides on her victory, and she's got a 2-point lead.
Again, that backhand, just Ishikawa a little bit unsure of the spin that's on the ball occasionally. When she brushes the ball with the short pimple, she does get a little bit of top spin. Most of the time it comes through flat. And it's now 4 points each. Interesting psychological point here. It's good to change ends, which they will do after this point. It's good to change end with a lead.
And Ishikawa manages to do it. Nice serve again, deep into the body. That is the place on the table that she's been serving to with great success. Nice top spin, bounce sort of half onto the table, and you can see Zhang trying to step around and use the backhand as the ball hooks to the middle. Very uncomfortable receive. Ishikawa now has a 5-4 lead and 1 more serve.
Good counter topspin from Ishikawa. Interesting tactics from Jiang. She just rocked back here, top spins the ball up, invites Ishikawa to make the counter topspin. Ishikawa accepts the invitation. What a great shot. And now a 2-point lead for Japan. But it is Hong Kong now with 2 serves.
Going for the big wristy backhand right off the bounce. But it's that backhand.
Made a lot of errors when Jiang's gone down the line with those short pimples. This time just mistiming it slightly. It looked disastrous when the ball flies off, but it just caught the top edge of the bat.
So tough to read those short pips when she's brushing it, when she's flat hitting it. Every shot is a little different. And what an outstanding short receive right over the net to start the point. And Zhang goes for the spinning backhand, the brush wide behind Ishikawa on the backhand line. Not able to connect. Ishikawa another 2-point lead and 2 serves right here to extend it to possibly 4 points.
Should be delighted. Jiang just mistimed the forehand. Again, it hit the leading edge of the bat. We see it on the replay. Flies off the end of the table, a fraction out in timing. But the effect is the ball misses the table by a big margin, and straight away Li Qing, the Hong Kong coach, calls timeout. We'll be talking about the service here, what serve to do, what to do behind the service, because as you said, Adam, if she does 9-5 down, Jiang Ishikawa has the service. So we really are at the nail-biting finale to this second match.
Yeah, it's a really amazing time. The timeout's much later than we've seen throughout the tournaments. This is the very end of Game 5. Usually coaches have been calling, we've seen a lot of Game 3, 2, and even Game 1. Game 5 saving the timeout, usually around 4-1 early in the game. It's been tight enough back and forth. I think that's why. They've both been climbing a point at a time at 4-4. But now that Ishikawa has a 3-point lead and it's getting late in the game, coach cannot possibly wait any longer for this timeout.
Can soon change round this. Ishikawa must take this point. And she does. So now Jiang has her 2 serves. Ishikawa will be delighted to take one of these 2 points. She can afford to be positive. Look to get in with a strong topspin. Ooh, she just lifts again off those short pimples.
And that's been her shot, that forehand spin right to the middle of the table, deep on the baseline. She's sticking to it. Good game plan. It's been working, even though she missed one. It's still the overwhelming favorite for how she's been winning points.
Oh, the serve drifted long. Ishikawa pounced on the opportunity. That's why she's a top 10 player in the world. She's brave. She showed courage, and she certainly took the initiative. 4 match points.
And the fighter's done it. 2 clutch victories for Kasumi Ishikawa. Following last night's winner against the Netherlands, she's come back to put Japan on the board. 3-2 in Game 5, Kasumi Ishikawa over Jiang Huajun from Hong Kong. The series is now tied up. Hong Kong won, Japan won, and the 3rd singles match coming up right after this break.